Hey everybody, how's it going? Kelly from MAMG Let's Play here. I know, it's been forever. I don't even know if you guys remember who I am anymore. I don't even know who I am anymore. But for those of you that have been sticking around, waiting for new content, I felt like I needed to give you guys an update as to what's going on. And oh my god, so much stuff is happening. So we've made it into June, and it's kind of terrifying to realize that, September is right around the corner. The wedding is almost here. Amanda is actually in Atlanta now, sampling some, I guess, like catering services for the wedding. So she's going to try different foods. If you're wondering why I'm sitting at home here while she's in Atlanta, it's because of the fact that the catering people can only provide samples during the week. And unfortunately, I'm only off on the weekends now, which is fine, except I'm trying to save my PTO for the wedding itself. So I figured, you know what? I'm not that picky of an eater. I'm not worried about like the amount of salt that's on the potatoes or, whatever it is. Like she can go with her mother and they can, see what they want to do. So she's down in Atlanta doing that. We're trying to figure out what kind of songs we want to play. We need to get with the DJ, do the first dance, that kind of stuff. I found out I cannot dance at all. Like absolutely not. No dancing is happening for me. So I have to learn at least some kind of dance so that we can dance our first dance. She wants to do something more fun, like throw in some K-pop songs and things like that with choreography. I don't know if that's going to happen, but the way I'm looking at it is, regardless of where I end up, I have to start at ground zero. So choreography is choreography. Whether it's a slow dance or a fast dance, whatever it is, I'm going to have to learn it. So I'm going to be spending my weekends probably attempting to dance, which is going to be interesting. Also, you may notice behind me that there's pretty much nothing. There's some boxes, and it's because I'm moving. Actually, on June 28th, so this month, we're going to be moving to a new apartment. What that's going to do is actually help me out quite a bit. It's not in the city I wanted to be in. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find anything for Amanda, so we're finding a city in between for us to stay in. So it's a longer commute for her, a shorter commute for me, which I do appreciate her doing that because she didn't have to, but an hour and a half every day, it kind of wears you down a little bit. I'm okay because I'm introverted. I've been listening to so many true crime podcasts, so like it's insane. I get through them very, very quickly, which is fun and interesting, because I didn't think I was going to be a podcast person, but it's much better than audiobooks for me because with audiobooks, I tend to envision the scenes and, really listen to the narrative. And that's not what you want to be doing when you're traveling at 70 miles an hour. Or apparently that's what they tell me. So I've been focusing on podcasts because they're a little bit lighter on the narrative, but at the same time, they're interesting enough that if I'm driving at 6 a.m., it's not going to put me to sleep. So yeah, we're going to be moving to somewhere that's actually 50 minutes away instead of an hour and a half, which is a lot more manageable. It almost cuts my travel time in half, which is fantastic. So I may be able to do some more stuff in the mornings because I'm thinking I'll still wake up at the same time. I've been getting up at 4 a.m. every day for about 2 years now. Yeah, almost 2 years. So my body is very used to that routine. What I have been doing is working out. I doubt you can see any change whatsoever. My chin and jaw is still going to vanish into my neck. But I've been trying to work out, just trying to get some consistency and routine in my mornings. So that's what I've been doing instead of making thumbnails and scheduling videos and responding to comments and things like that. So I am sorry to anyone who's been posting comments. I really do appreciate it. I hope that, there's other people in the community that can make you feel at home. And hopefully at some point in time, I'll be able to get back into recording things. So the new apartment, like I said, we're moving on June 28th. And I don't know if I said the actual date or not, but it's June 28th. And really excited. It's actually going to be a 2-bedroom again. So we went from a 1-bedroom to a 2-bedroom, back to a 1-bedroom, and now we're going back to a 2-bedroom. But it's actually double the size of this apartment complex. I wish. That'd be a huge apartment. It's double the size of the apartment. And so I'll be able to have my own recording area. Whether or not I'll be able to use it, we'll find out soon. Because it just depends on what the schedule of everything's going to be like. So honestly speaking, I'm thinking that once I move and get situated, have a new background layout situation going on for you guys, then maybe I can get back into filming, editing, that kind of stuff, and continue on the games I was playing. I have been playing some games off to the side, so I still don't know if I may actually end up playing Resident Evil 2 on my own time, just because there's so many other games out there and it's so behind the times now that there's not really a point for me to finish it on the channel. So I'll probably focus on other games like Midnight Train and things like that, and get back into it that way. So that's what I'm hoping is going to happen. But of course, you never know what's going to happen between then and the wedding, because there may be other things we have to do. I'm not 100% sure what I need to do, but it's going to be interesting. And on top of that, we just actually did this today. So this is brand new information. I kind of alluded to it, or maybe I didn't allude to it. Maybe it was kind of obvious in a tweet, but we really, really wanted to go to Japan for our honeymoon. And we were trying to figure out how we were going to make it happen. Maybe we could do like a honeymoon fund instead of like a registry, since we already live together. We've been living together for like 4 or 5 years. So there's not really any like housewarming things we need. So what if we had some way that people could, like send us, not even like send us money. We may even do like an online thing. I'm not quite sure how we're going to do it, but they could essentially donate to a honeymoon fund. And this isn't like the online community. This is like family members and people who aren't able to make it to the wedding because it's so far away, things like that. So that was the plan, and we were really, really hoping that we could make it happen. And thankfully, we found some really, really good ticket prices. I'm actually really surprised at what we were able to get. But I think it was about $720 a person for a round trip, which is not bad at all to Japan. Like typically it's about $1,000. So, I mean, for the fact that both of us can go for a little over $1,000, we were like, okay, we need to make this happen. So we kind of put our heads together and figured out what we could do, how we can make it happen. And we bought our tickets today. So we're going to be going to Japan. It's only going to be for 2 weeks, and even that's going to be really pushing it. I actually haven't told my my bosses and coworkers that I'm going to be taking 2 weeks off. Hopefully they let me, because I already bought the tickets. But it was just like you had to do specific dates, and so it just fell that way. I'm excited for it. I haven't been back to Japan. I say back to, I'm not from Japan, but I like to say I'm going back because I'm halfway there, okay? And what was I going to say? Oh, so I haven't actually been to Japan since 2003, I believe is the last time I went. So by the time we go next March, that's almost what, like 16 years? Yeah, something like that. Is my math right? It's probably not. It's probably off. No, it's 16 years this year. It'd be 17 years next year. So it's been a long, long time. Clearly, there's a lot of family members I haven't seen. I'm hoping I can visit like my side of the family and introduce Amanda to that side of the family. But she also wants to do some touristy things, which is 100% understandable. It's just when I went to Japan, we didn't do any of the touristy stuff. We did the everyday stuff, like go to the convenience store and buy bread to eat, or walk around the mall, that kind of like ordinary stuff. So I kind of want to go and see how much Japan has changed since I remember it, because Japan had flip phones. Japan had mini disc players, which they're not a thing anymore. And also, I actually went to Akihabara. It's very different now. A lot of you guys may know it for like the anime like community that's there and that's thriving. When I went there, it was like a tech central. It was like if you wanted anything electronic, you went to Akihabara. So like the fact that it's different, I kind of want to see how different it is. Like it's going to be really interesting, to say the least. So I'm really excited. But like I said, that's going to be for 2 weeks from March. I forgot what the dates were, but from like March until the beginning of April, something like that. So, of course, there's probably going to be a little hiatus then, depending on what I'm able to do on the channel. But I think that's about it. I feel like I got through most of it. I don't remember. There's been so much stuff that's happened. That's been my weekends, is apartment hunting, doing stuff for the wedding, figuring out if we want movers or if we're going to try and move everything ourselves. Just everything I am able to do is on the weekends. So it's been very, very busy, to say the least. Yeah, so I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying sane. I know that the world is crazy. YouTube is even crazier. By the time I get back to YouTube officially, it may be a completely different setting as well. Like, it may be like I go back to Japan and be like, everything is different. Everything feels slightly familiar, but it's completely different. But I felt like I owed you guys a explanation as to what's been going on. I'm not just like discarding the channel. There's been a couple weekends where I'm like, you know what, I could film something this weekend, but then I knew immediately the weekend following or the weekend after that, I wouldn't be able to maintain it. And that's what I'm trying to do, is to find something where I can do it and maintain it so that we don't have to do these kind of breaks and whatnot. So I think that's really everything. I'm going to go ahead and stop talking. But I miss you guys. I really do. I miss making videos. I miss interacting with the community. And I know there's so many other games out there. But there are a lot of other talented YouTubers that I'm sure are covering the things. So I'm looking forward to getting back into recording soon. And hopefully we'll be able to see a different background, as long as I don't hit any boxes. And I'm going to keep packing. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for understanding. I'll let you guys know if anything else changes in the meantime. But yeah, it's been interesting, to say the least. So I don't know when I'll be back officially. Given the fact that I'm moving the end of June, it may be like the beginning of July. Maybe the middle of July. We'll see. We'll see how much wedding stuff I have to do. How many times I have to go down to Atlanta. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to say let me know if you enjoyed, but I don't really know what there is to enjoy right now. It's just an update video, but it's just something I say so that you don't have to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell and all that kind of stuff. Just let me know. And I'll see you guys on the next MAMJ. Let's play.